All right, I don't have a ton of time, which is very typical of me, and most of us. So what we're gonna do is just hop right in. I'm going to prime my eyelids just with a little bit of concealer. You can use eyeshadow primer. Concealer's just quick and easy. It works great, especially if you use Tarte-shaped tape. It is my absolute favorite. It has been for years. I don't know if I'll ever stop using it. So you just prime your eyelids. This is going to be all I do to get ready for the eyeshadow. And then the quickest thing in the world, I'm going to use my Arbonne CC cream to just even out my complexion, and then we'll hop into the eyes right after that. But I just want to show you guys how amazing this is. So just a little bit, maybe like a pea-sized amount is probably going to be plenty. And I like to just take this and kind of just dot it all over my face. And then I have, there it is, a little buffing brush. So I just take this, and buff it out all over my face with little circular strokes. And you'll see it just start to even out my skin tone. It looks kind of funny in this lighting, like it doesn't match me, but it does. It does in real life. Try not to wreck my eyebrows because I kind of already filled them in. All I really do to my eyebrows is just fill them in with a little eyeshadow right now. I'm trying to grow them out so they're a little crazy. Okay, I am gonna get a tiny bit more because I would like to not really even have to use concealer under my eyes today, so we're just going to use this as everything. And you can just take your fingers and place this all over your face. I've done that when I'm in a huge hurry, just slap it on when there's no time. I do have a mirror right over here, so if you see me looking over here, that's what I'm doing. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love this stuff so much. I have been a full coverage foundation girl for so long. Since my skin has really improved, I don't need as much coverage. So I do kind of blend it down the neck, but it's a really good match for me, so I don't have to worry too much about that. But typically you want to make sure you're blending down the neck, just in case it's a little dark or a little light. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, and I don't know if you can tell, but it just looks so natural, like a second skin. You can't even tell I have anything on. Like in the mirror here, it's just gorgeous. I love this stuff so much. So what I'm gonna do now, let's go ahead and move it on to the eyes. I know I've got quite a few people wanting to know how I do my cut crease eyeshadow. So there's a few different methods to this, but I'm gonna show you the one where you use concealer to cut the crease. And the reason I love to do this, I have kind of hooded eyelids, so it doesn't really give me a lot of actual lid space up here. So when you cut your crease, you can actually make it look like you have more lid space. Your eyes look bigger. It's really pretty. I love it so much. So I'm going to take kind of like a medium-sized brush here, and I think I'm going to try and do kind of like a Valentines colors, like pinks, little little fun festive look for you guys, because why not? So what I start with is just placing kind of a darker color, and this is going to be our crease color. So go ahead and start kind of just placing that where I want it on this outer V, the outer corner here, and then blending up a little bit and over. Right now, I'm kind of just tapping it on there, but we'll go back and blend this out some more. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. At least I knew it was coming. I didn't just sneeze all over the camera. Anybody else's allergies just kicking from the weather changing back and forth and back and forth? I know they are. It's like everybody right now. Okay, so up and out and over. Okay. So once I have this color kind of placed where I want it, I'm just going to start like blending out a little bit closer into the inner half of the eye. I don't want as much color there as I do the outside. So you'll see why. Get a little more here. Oh, by the way, I'm using James Charles Morphe palette. My cousin got this for me and I love it. Shout out to Chrissy. More like a sister than a cousin. She used to do my makeup for me. She did my makeup for me on my wedding day. So she's one that kind of really got me into makeup, because I remember in high school she just always had her makeup done, looking cute all the time, strutting down the hallway, being her little fly self. Okay. So now that I've kind of got this dark color placed where I want it, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to kind of clean up the edges over here with some concealer at the end. But I do want it to kind of blow out a little bit on the ends. Okay, so now we're going to take a lighter pink color. Let me get a different brush. You want to get a clean brush for this, so that, sorry, I was trying to decide what color I want. A clean brush so that you're not spreading more of that dark color around. Let me see if this is even going to show up. Got a very pale pink in here. I mean very pale, like it's almost white, so I don't know if this is going to work. But it might be enough to just kind of blend that out. Okay, that's actually pretty. Shows up a lot better in person than it does on camera. I'm gonna figure out this lighting thing. I'm just kind of using a ring light, and then my mirror has a light on it right here, so might have been overkill. So I'm just blending with this lighter color, kind of doing little small circular strokes across the top of that eyeshadow, and you can see it's really softening it up there. Just go back with some more of the lighter color. Really blend it out. Now I'm going to go ahead and do some back and forth windshield wiper motions, and this is like super light pressure. I'm not like mashing my brush, I'm just barely touching it to my eye. That looks really pretty. Okay. Okay. So now what we're gonna do, I think I am going to deepen up the dark color a little bit more. because we are going to go in with the concealer to cut this out, and I really want it to pop. So we're gonna just go back one more time in this outer corner, deepen that up and drag it in, just keeping it really tight into the crease. You don't want to drag it all back up to where we just blended that out. There we go. Now I just had concealer on my eyes. I didn't set it with powder or anything before I started this. This James Charles palette is, these are eyeshadow pigments. They're pigments, not necessarily eyeshadows. It's a different formula, so I think they work better if you don't set your concealer. And just so you guys know, the colors that I'm using are, okay, they're these two here, and this one is Pinkity Drinkity, and then this one here was Love That. Love That. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut my crease. I think that looks nice and vivid. Yes. So I like to just take my Tarte Shape Tape, another thing I love using. Do I have it in here? Yes, I have a Jeffree Star lipstick that is just white. I might actually use this. So either would work if you just want to use a concealer. Really pale concealer will work best. This white just makes colors pop so much on it. So we're going to use this. This is a lipstick, a matte lipstick that we're going to use on our eyes. So what I do, I just draw it on the very base here, about halfway over. And then I look up. This looks really scary. Just look up. It's going to leave you a nice little line to kind of give you something to work with there. So that's a good trick to do. Just put it along the lash line, look up, and then it's going to leave you a nice little line. And then I will take kind of a little flat concealer type brush. I have this one I really like. It's because it's a little bit bigger. You could use something, this is dirty, but like a smaller concealer brush. So anything like that that's just really flat, so that you can kind of pack on that color. I just have a little bit of this lipstick on my hand. And I'm going to start just kind of filling in the gaps, and then we can really sharpen our line with this brush. I like to round it out a little bit more than what it gives me, just like the illusion of a very doll-shaped eye, doll eyes, if that makes sense. So I kind of just tap, 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 bring it up a little bit more here and round it out, and then kind of blend it out a little bit into that darker pink. Okay. You don't want to start dragging this way. You're going to cover up your white and bring the color in there, so I just leave it like that. I'm going to do the other eye really quickly. It's already looking really cute. So we'll just drag it across the line there. Gonna look up. Left me a little tracer line. Take some more on my hand and fill it in. Okay. You want to try and make both sides match. This is the hard part. So we're gonna round it out a little bit more here. Make a nice smooth line. Okay. It's pretty close. I'm gonna kind of doctor it a tiny bit. I'm to look in this mirror because it's pretty difficult to just look at I'm just filming this on my phone. I don't have any fancy cameras or anything. And I've just been looking in my phone screen, so there we go. All right, that looks really good. I think that one's pretty good too. Okay. Kind of just look, see if you need, I don't know, it doesn't have to be like super perfect, but this is the part that takes me the longest, is just really trying to make sure that my eyes look even. So just kind of, you know, depending on how much time you have, I really don't have a ton of time to mess with it, so we'll call that good enough. Okay, see how you can see where my natural crease is, and this just gives you the illusion of having more lid space. It's so pretty. So we are going to just take an eyeshadow out of here. There's a really pretty light sparkly pink one. Actually, there's kind of a champagne-y pink color. It's called Sister. It's not super pink, but I like it, so I think I'm gonna use that because it's just like a nice soft shimmery color. I'm just gonna use the same brush that I just used that for the cut crease and pick up some of that eyeshadow to pack it on there pretty good, and then we are just gonna place that right on top of that liquid lipstick that we used for concealer. You could use, you know, any color that's lighter than what you used for your crease color. I just went for a very contrasting, like bright, like whitish pink color so that you can see it really well. Okay, and don't worry if it gets a little bit messy here, we're gonna go back and clean that up. So there is our eyeshadow placed. You can take like I've got another color in here that's cute that I'll try. This is kind of a more corally pink color. It's called Literally. And I'm gonna kind of just use this to blend in with that outer pink. It's still a shimmery color, so I don't want to go crazy with it over here because I like to have it matte on the ends. This isn't really showing up on camera, but it's pretty in real life. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Go back to the brush that we used our darker pink color. And I'm gonna go back in with that. I like to kind of stay really close to the lashes down here and make like a slanted line to blend in. Just kind of work on that little V shape there. Blend it in with that pinky white color a little bit. Okay. I'm like tapping off the excess color there so we don't get it all over our face since we already did our complexion with the CC cream. Okay. That's pretty. Okay. I like to kind of push it down to make it more flat and like bring it up a little bit just to clean up where a little bit of that shimmery white powder kind of went up above where I wanted it. I say white, it's like a light pink, but it looks very white on camera. I'll take pictures so you guys can see this better when we're done. And then lastly, I'm just gonna go back in one more time with that pinkity drinkity color that we kind of blended out the outside of our dark pink, and go one more time with that. So you could do this technique with any colors, obviously. I picked some kind of more fun colors today, but I'm usually a pretty neutral Nelly. I like browns and taupes and grays, anything like that, but sometimes we just want to be colorful. So I am going to go ahead and do my lower lash line. I'm just going to take that same, I just used the wrong brush, but anyway, the same dark pink color, do that again, kind of push and make it flat, and then I just run it right along that outer corner underneath, connecting it up here with our eyeshadow. And I'll do that on both sides. And now that I tainted my brush that I was using the light pink on, I'm gonna just try to get as much of that off as I can. Pick up some of that lighter pink, that pinkity drinkity. It makes me want a Starbucks pink drink. And just kind of blend that out a little bit. You don't want to drag it down and give yourself a black eye with your eyeshadow. So that looks pretty. Now I'm just gonna slap on a little wing, a winged liner, if I can find it. I really should have cleaned up my makeup before I got into this. One moment. Ah, okay. So any eyeliner that you like to use, ooh, hopefully this doesn't drip all over me. This one's kind of broken. Just draw a little wing there. Let me look in the mirror so I don't completely jack this up. You guys, when I say a little wing, I mean a massive wing. This happens. So we're just gonna go from about halfway across the eye and drag that back over and then connect them. There we go. This eyeliner is so leaky. One moment. I'm gonna clean that up. That's too long. That's all right though. The good thing about makeup is you can always fix it, because I have screwed mine up so many times. I've gotten really good at fixing it. You can see just how much product is coming out of this. This is a defective eyeliner, but it's so good usually when it works. Let's see if this one will work for me. Okay. Not our best work. So if you suck at eyeliner, like me, you can go back and clean this up with your concealer or whatever you were using, I'm going to go ahead and clean it up on top of my eye after we let it dry for a minute. With a smaller concealer brush. And that same liquid lipstick that I used. Just to kind of smooth out that line. Oh, that actually looks cool. What do you think? Should we just do like a white line? That could be cute. Let's see if we can pull that off. This is what's so fun about makeup. Sometimes making a mistake can turn into such a happy accident. This looks dope. Okay. I'm actually going to kind of cut off the end of this wing because we did not even mean to make that long. So let's go back over here. Kind of do the same thing. Just use this white to kind of clean that up and then do a little white line because that looks cute. If you weren't accidentally enjoying that, you would just, you know, take your same eyeshadow and kind of cover up the line where you went and corrected it. But I really think I'm gonna leave this because it looks cute. Trust the process. Sometimes it has to look crazy before it can look cute. Almost every time. Okay. So we got that kind of how we want it. I think I'm going to cut more off of this and go back and fix it. There we go. Okay. So we're going to get a good old Q-tip. And I have makeup remover. Not gonna lie, normally I would like lick this and put it on my eye, but for the sake of being a professional makeup artist, we're gonna do it the right way and use makeup remover, eye makeup remover. So let's go in and clean this up. Just erases it like magic. Happy little accidents, like Bob Ross says. Did I have time to make a mistake? No. Is it sort of a blessing in disguise because it's actually super cute? Yeah, I think so. Okay, since we used that, let's kind of make sure there's not a lot of excess oil. And then we're gonna go back with our eyeshadow. I'm kind of happy this happened because I think it's a better tutorial if I show you how I screwed it up and then fixed it, right? That way if you screw it up, you'll know how to fix it. So we just fill in like nothing ever happened with our dark pink. And then I need to fix that. But I really don't want to use that eyeliner, but I can't find my good one. Probably in my purse. So I'm going to take this and really try to clean off the edges there. Just barely get that tip back on there. Okay. Got it. And got it. Okay. Lots of fixing, but we got it. Take our... I think that was still wet. I'm still gonna post this. Because, you know, nobody's perfect. I've told so many people, like, you have no idea how much time I spend on my makeup when it looks good like this. Not like this, but when we're done it will. Right now it's looking kind of sketch. But it takes a lot of time because sometimes this crap happens. And we just gotta go back and fix our little mistakes. It helps when you have products that work. This is really making things difficult. And I just keep going back to it, but I don't want to walk in the other room and leave you hanging to go get my good eyeliner. Okay. One of these things is not like the other ever. I feel like I can hear you guys saying, don't do it. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna leave our little white line on top of the eyeliner because I think that's super cute. And then I'm gonna do mascara and lashes, and that's it. We're just done with the eyes. So it's easy but not easy sometimes. Anybody can do it, it's just, you know, use a better eyeliner than I did. So really I'm just gonna glue these on. I'll just kind of show you what it looks like because this video has been very long. So you guys probably don't need to sit here and watch me glue on my false lashes. So this will be our final look once I have these on, and I'm gonna put on a lipstick, and yeah, pretty cute. We went through some struggles, but we did it. I'll put pictures up of the final look so that you can see everything tied together, and how I kind of saved the disaster that was this eyeshadow tutorial. Okay, yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you're interested in trying out this CC cream, I didn't even set it, you guys. I just put this on with nothing else. I put no concealer on under my eyes. It just completely evens you out, and I don't know if you can see on my forehead, my skin is just like ever so slightly dewy and just perfect looking. It is amazing. Arbonne Intelligence Pollution Defense CC Cream with SPF. Get you some. You guys have a good day. Thank you for watching my train wreck. Hopefully I'll get a little bit better at this and the next one will be better.